Bridging Compliance, ISF and the Evolution of Customs Modernization. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the relationship between Importer Security Filing, ISF, and the Customs Modernization Act. The Customs Modernization Act, also known as the MOD Act, brought significant changes to the regulations governing U.S. customs operations. In this video, we'll explore how the MOD Act influenced the development and implementation of the ISF framework. Let's get started. The Customs Modernization Act was enacted in 1993 as a response to evolving global trade practices and technological advancements. Its objective was to streamline and modernize the customs clearance process, enhance trade enforcement, and provide greater transparency and predictability for importers. The Importer Security Filing, also known as the 10+2 filing, was introduced as part of the Customs Modernization Act. It required importers to provide specific details about their cargo to U.S. Customs and Border Protection (CBP) before it arrives in the United States. The MOD Act recognized the need for improved supply chain security in the wake of increased global terrorism threats and smuggling attempts. The ISF provision was implemented as a preventive measure to identify potential security risks and enable CBP to take necessary actions to safeguard the country. The Customs Modernization Act emphasized the importance of timely and accurate information in the customs clearance process. The ISF requirement mandates that importers submit their filing at least 24 hours prior to the vessel's departure to the United States. This provision enables CBP to assess risk and intervene when necessary. The MOD Act shifted the paradigm of customs operations by promoting a partnership between the government and trade stakeholders. The ISF provision reflects this partnership by placing the responsibility of providing accurate information on importers, while CBP focuses on risk assessment and enforcement. The Customs Modernization Act outlined specific data elements that importers must include in their ISF filings. These elements include buyer and seller information, supplier information, and details of the cargo, such as the Harmonized System (HS) code, country of origin, and container stuffing location. These data elements enable CBP to assess the security risk associated with the cargo. The ISF requirement introduced under the MOD Act aligned with CBP's shift towards a risk-based approach to trade enforcement. By obtaining advance information through the ISF filing, CBP can assess the risk associated with the cargo, identify potential threats, and allocate resources accordingly. The Customs Modernization Act empowered CBP to enforce penalties for non-compliance with the ISF requirement. Failure to submit accurate and timely ISF filings can result in fines, cargo holds, or possible exclusion from participating in the Automated Commercial Environment (ACE) system. These penalties incentivize importers to prioritize ISF compliance. The MOD Act laid the foundation for integrating the ISF requirement with other cargo security programs. For example, the Customs Trade Partnership Against Terrorism (CTPAT) program, established after the September 11 attacks, aligns with the ISF framework to provide an enhanced level of security throughout the supply chain. The Customs Modernization Act aimed to strike a balance between trade facilitation and security. By implementing the ISF requirement, CBP can effectively manage security risks while minimizing impact on trade operations. This approach enables importers to experience smoother clearance processes, reduced cargo delays, and enhanced supply chain efficiency. The MOD Act required CBP to continuously monitor and evaluate its operations to identify areas that needed improvement. This commitment to ongoing assessment allowed for adjustments and refinements to the ISF requirement to ensure its effectiveness in managing supply chain security risks. To ensure the Customs Modernization Act met the needs of the trade community, the legislation included provisions for industry involvement and feedback. This collaborative approach allowed importers, customs brokers, and other stakeholders to provide input on the development of regulations, including those related to the ISF framework. The MOD Act recognized the potential of technology in transforming customs operations. The implementation of the ISF requirement further accelerated the modernization efforts by leveraging electronic systems, such as the Automated Broker Interface (ABI), and the Automated Commercial Environment (ACE), to facilitate efficient data transmission and processing. The Customs Modernization Act acknowledged the role of customs brokers as intermediaries between importers and CBP. Customs brokers play a crucial role in assisting importers with ISF compliance, ensuring accurate and timely filings, and providing expertise in navigating the complexities of customs regulations. The implementation of the ISF framework under the MOD Act significantly bolstered CBP's data analysis and risk assessment capabilities. By receiving advance information through ISF filings, CBP can proactively identify high-risk shipments, allocate resources, and take appropriate measures to ensure supply chain security. Since its inception under the Customs Modernization Act, the ISF framework has continually evolved to adapt to the changing trade landscape. Through periodic updates and refinements, CBP aims to enhance the effectiveness of the program and align it with emerging security threats and technological advancements. The Customs Modernization Act, with its focus on modernizing U.S. customs operations, influenced global trade practices. Many countries have incorporated similar advance cargo information requirements into their customs regulations, aligning with the principles of the ISF framework. The Customs Modernization Act, in conjunction with the ISF requirement, strengthened trade compliance and enforcement efforts. By ensuring accurate and timely information, CBP can identify illicit activities, prevent smuggling, and maintain the integrity of the international supply chain. The symbiotic relationship between the Customs Modernization Act and the ISF framework provides importers with enhanced supply chain security, reduced cargo delays, and improved predictability in customs clearance. Compliance with ISF requirements also paves the way for participation in programs like CTPAT, offering additional benefits such as expedited processing. Thank you for joining us as we explored the relationship between importer security filing, ISF, and the Customs Modernization Act. By implementing the ISF requirement, the MOD Act brought significant advancements in supply chain security, risk assessment, and trade facilitation. We hope this video shed light on how these two elements work together to drive efficiency and compliance in international trade. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more informative videos on customs brokerage and international trade. Until then, happy trading!